Hello everyone, we're back again with another review slash unboxing video. Today we've got Hatsune Miku, the Harvest Moon version. I figured I'd split up some of the Fate content. I really do want to unbox like everything to do with Fate straight away just so I can fill out the shelf a bit better. But I figured just in case there are some people who just aren't into Fate or don't know anything about it, we'll spice it up every now and then and kind of maybe do one Fate video, one something else, one Fate, one something else, and so on. But honestly, this box is pretty cool looking. I don't know how well this is going to come out on the camera, but the gold actually shines, if you can see over there, which is pretty neat. It's a very aesthetic box. This is actually like a set of 3 Nendoroids, so there is a Rin and a Len one as well in the same kind of Harvest Moon aesthetic. I believe this is just for the Harvest Moon holiday, not that it has anything to do with the game, but who knows. I know nothing about Harvest Moon and when it is, but I would assume it's a real life event to do with farming. But let's see what we have here. Okay, so we've got usual stuff, sash. Alright, hold on, where's that part? That's still in the box, because I will probably use that. Should have looked at the arrow. Aha! It comes with like a little moon backdrop thingy. Okay. Once again, I got this off someone on Facebook Marketplace. I think they sold it to me for about 70 bucks, which is a pretty good price, all things considered. Hopefully I can get Rin and Len at some point as well. Like I've said, I'm not like super into Miku stuff and Vocaloid, but some of them are really cool, so I'll collect what's cool and skip what's not. Okay, let's get the tape off this guy. Alright, so here's the little backdrop. Very nice. It's kind of got like a moon as well as some like fog. Very mood setting. Alright, let's see what we got here. Actually, we got something at the back. Let's pull this out first. That tape is barely on there, surprisingly. Okay, so in here we've got her little sash thing that kind of just goes around her, and a very large base to go with her, as well as the base comes with like this little thing over here which lets you attach the moon backdrop with it, and of course we have the usual arm as well as like a neck piece, all the usual stuff. Okay, let's crack this open next, see what we're dealing with here. I really do like the design. Oh man, so pretty. It seems like it's just this one piece here. Let's pull that off. Goodbye. Actually no, there's more under the dress. And we'll put that back on. Nice shoes. Okay. Oh, my fingers are too big for this. There we go. Got it. Okay. And next is that while pushing down on the leg so it doesn't go up. Haha. Done. Cool. I want to say this is like a Chinese design. I don't know. The way her hair's kind of done looks Chinese rather than Japanese. But one thing to note is, actually let's get a zoom in here. Get some more detail. Her like little tips here are a bit translucent, which is pretty neat, honestly. There's kind of a bit of translucency going on over here as well. Very nice detail. It's kind of like a simple dress, but also very elegant. I'm digging it, and she's got the like long sleeve flap thingies. Very nice. Okay. Here we have kind of like a cute open mouth blushing expression. She's kind of looking to the side here. Very nice. And then this, I believe, is for when she blows the flute. So it's got her mouth open and her eyes closed. Speaking of which, let's grab that out. Here's her hand that holds the flute. Very nice. I guess we turn this around when putting her on. Then we've got a hand here that's holding a fan. Let's see if we can get it to focus. There we go. Fan's got a nice little rose pattern on it, as well as it's got like a little dangly bit of, I guess that would be kind of like strings, but it comes out kind of like one solid thing. There is a bit of detail in this string thing. I don't know how well it's going to come out. There are like lines in it to show it's not just one solid piece, which is nice. And then we have her eating a thing. What is this? I feel like mooncake is the right word, but I don't know what a mooncake is. It sounds familiar. I feel like it was on iCarly or something. And then we have, I would assume this goes with that other hand with the cake food item to look like she's holding it in both hands. And then this is a hand. It's just a hand. Nothing special. I'll figure out what it's for later. It's probably for like holding the fan or something. But yeah, that's going to do it for what's in the box. Let's get on to some poses. Alright, here is our first pose for Miku. So she's just kind of holding the fan with sort of like two hands. You can get it to fit sort of together like that, but probably just bend it a little more than I've done myself. I kept just the standard expression because it kind of looks like she's shying behind the fan or hiding behind the fan, you know. But of course you can have her with the open mouth expression as well. Or maybe just blowing out air for some reason. But yeah, it's a very nice kind of simple pose. I think this is kind of like a simple, elegant figure in general, which is kind of nice. I really like the aesthetic they've got going on. Also, just because her dress is just a bit longer than her legs, she can just stand by herself. So if you're into like posing your Nendoroids and taking pictures, not having stands that are trying to hide stands, this is probably one that's pretty good for it. Also, I like the way the light kind of goes through her hair as well as the fan. It's really neat. I do wish the fan was a little bit more transparent. It kind of looks like if you've seen the Naruto or Sasuke videos, there's like a film on their backdrop. It kind of looks like the fan's got that sort of a film, and if you peeled it off it would be a bit more colorful, but that's how the fan looks. So no problem there. Very nice and simple pose, very elegant, very sweet. But let's move on to the next pose. Alright, here's our next pose. She's just kind of eating whatever this thing is. I'm going to call it a cake because I have no idea what it is, and it kind of looks like a cake. So she's eating this cake here. It fits pretty snugly into this hand here. You just kind of move it to the right position and it just kind of sits in place. Personally, I think I like it a bit more if she's got her head facing down, just because of the blush effect, kind of, you know, have that face down. Also, it kind of blocks off her mouth to make it look more like she's eating if she's facing down, rather than kind of, you know, bringing the cake up to her nose, which wouldn't really make sense. So I think this is pretty cool. I like the way it is. This is honestly, it's a very, very simple Nendoroid. It's super easy to pose. Like, compared to the last video with Arthur, Miku is a breeze. Like, I'm so happy. It's taken me like one try for everything. It's been literally like 8-9 minutes now that I've been doing this, and it's so easy to pose. Like, she's super convenient, super simple, nothing crazy complicated. Thank you for being easy to pose, Miku. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this pose as well. Let's move on to our final pose though. Alright, here is our last pose for the day. This is the flute pose. So we've got the whole setup going on. So she's got her sash on now as well as the background is there. One small gripe is this didn't fit in quite well. Like, you really have to force it down in the base to fit with this little backdrop thing. I wish they had made that a bit shorter, or maybe put in a little curve. So this is slightly at an angle now rather than like 90 degrees straight up, which is kind of annoying, as well as the sash is kind of a nightmare to put in. just because of the way it works. But eventually it does kind of like have a groove that it's supposed to sit in, to kind of give this effect so that it's going up as well as like the bottom sash parts here are going down. But it doesn't work too well. It kind of pushes the arm out of the way and doesn't quite fit too well. Also, I really wish the flute could rotate a bit more. I'd like it that, you know, usually when you're blowing a flute, your mouth is kind of pointing at the flute. So it would be nice to rotate this a bit more like that. But oh well, it's a pretty good pose. I really like this one. I'm going to display it as this for sure. Really like this figure. But let's see, what will we take off for the review portion now? So while doing this and putting the sash together, I knocked over the flute hand. Like, it just fell off the figure a lot of times, and I'm kind of thinking maybe the flute is a bit too flimsy, because I feel like if I dropped it too many times it might have just snapped out of the hand entirely, as well as there's like little hair tufts behind there and the ends of her hair. There are a couple of flimsy parts, so I'm going to take off 2 points for that. But other than that, it's a great figure. So overall, 8 out of 10. So Harvest Miku is pretty cool in my book. Definitely want to try pick up Len and Rin at some point as well. So if you know where to get those at a cheap price, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. If you do want anything specific done by me from what I have so far, go check out the Jean d'Arc video from last week and see what we have around the end. Then you can let me know in the comments as well what you want to see next. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more Nendoroid content, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. And yeah, that's going to do it. So I will catch you all in the next video on Friday. All right, bye.